These carrots, now I picked them today, they're all supposed to be just about that size. There's a few of them that got bigger, but they were, these are those little ball-shaped carrots, and I planted them on, today is June the 7th. I planted them February 13th. And it has rained so much and been so cloudy that that they were just now ready. And it's only been 3 days since we were covered up with rain, but already the dirt, the soil is already drying up down below. It's just funny how things go. Anyway, today what I'm gonna, since I have this, I planted all this bunch of carrots because I was planning on taking them to the farmer's market, and I wanted to have something ready you know, about mid-April, which is why I planted them in February. But the market was canceled this year, so now I have all these carrots, and so I'm gonna have to use them up. So today I'm gonna make orange carrots out of them. So let me get set up here, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna get these peeled. You don't need to watch me do that, and then okay, I've got them all cut up and sliced up, and now all I'm gonna do is cover them with water, and I'm gonna simmer them for about 30-40 minutes until they're all nice and soft. You could also start with canned carrots, but fixing to cover these with water and simmer them, and then all right, now then, my carrots have cooked for about 40 minutes, and so now I'm going to drain them. Don't have to drain all the liquid off, but drain most of it off. Need a little bit in there. May have to add a little bit more. We'll see. All right, now then, I've got here some navel oranges. I have a rule. I've always had a rule. Always buy the ugliest oranges, and then came to find out that's because those are navel oranges, which are not exactly attractive, but they are the sweetest ones. I'm going to add some of the zest to the. Let's see if I can get this over here where y'all can see what I'm doing here. Okay. I'm gonna add some zest from one of them. This is about 2 pounds of carrots, and I have to tell you, you know, I wouldn't have grown carrots if it weren't for the farmer's market. They're just too inexpensive to buy, and my garden has a lot of clay in it, so it's hard to grow the longer ones. So I grew those little ball-shaped ones. Well, they're hard to peel. I would not want to be without carrots, so I want carrot seed in my preps in case we ever have you know, one of those situations, because they're just too important for flavoring our foods, and too healthy for us to do without them. But I will never grow them again unless it's an end of the world as we know it, a Tiawaki, or however they say that. So I'll keep carrot seeds in my preps, but otherwise we won't plant them again. Now turnips, on the other hand, are great. I enjoyed growing them, and of course I love growing onions and garlic. But anyway, we've this leak that my dad and my brother have been working on. We've had so much rain. I bet we've had 20 days out of the last 30 it rained. And last week we had 11 inches over a period of about 7 days. And we had this leak that only occurs at certain times, and we've had it ever since we've been here, and we've paid people to work on it, and They haven't fixed it, and you know, different ones have worked on it, and of course we had this drought, so you know, people would work on it and then it'd be 6 months before it'd rain again and then it'd leak again. And so this one's been a real mess. Me and Daddy got up there a couple of months ago and worked on, well, me and my grandson got up there and worked on it in last March, and then me and Daddy got up there, you know, like I said, a few months ago, and we worked on it a couple of months ago. And then about a month ago, son Ethan was here, and he and Daddy got up there and worked on it, and it still leaked. And so he and when Micah came, Daddy and Micah got up there and worked on it. Well, it still leaked, and then so they came and worked on it some more, and it still leaked. So finally they came in the rain, and and were able to find it. All right, there we go. Now I've got the zest of one orange, and now I'm going to have the juice of. I'm going to do the juice of 2 oranges. You could also use. Sometimes I'll use condensed frozen orange juice. That works great if you've got that on hand. You know, the secret to these things is what your flavor is. You can use that flavor in different formats. What would you call that? What word would you use for that, Paul?
What?
The difference between like using fresh orange juice or using dried zest or using frozen concentrate. It's not a format when it's a food. What's the word? Oh, anyway. Vocabulary's...
that explains it, though.
Yep. Paul loves these carrots. They're kind of sweet, and the orange and the carrot flavor just go together so nicely.
They sure do.
So, gonna make some chicken tonight. So that's what we're gonna. This is what we're gonna have with it. These nice oranges don't have any seeds either, so that's another thing. And they're grown in the USA. Try to always buy American fruit if I can, but I try to get local as close as I can. So if it's Florida or Texas first, and then Florida's next. You can also use, you'll see there's some cane syrup over there. I normally use honey, but I'm out of honey, and my bees, of course, I've been trying to not buy any so that I can wait and have my own from my bees. Oh, I need to show y'all. I've got another video. I'll get that up showing y'all how I put my new bees in their hives. Anyway, so I've got some cane syrup, so we're going to use cane syrup this time. You can even use white sugar if that's all you have on hand. The main thing is to have a sweetener. For it. Okay, there's juice of 2 oranges and the zest of 1. And I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of, actually this is going to be 1/3 of a cup of cane syrup. Rinse that out. Put that. Don't want to lose that that's in the measuring beaker, so I'll just rinse that out and just pour that water right into there. There we go. Okay, now then. Alright, and next I'm going to add a stick of butter. For a pound of carrots, you'd use, of course, half of these, measurements. Half a stick of butter. 3 tablespoons of syrup or honey. Alright, now I'm going to put my lid back on, and bring this up to a boil again. Then we'll. Okay, now let's see how we're doing here. Now that it's boiling, I'm going to take the lid off and leave it off. I want to spoon here. As you can see, even though I drained most of the liquid off, by the time I added the syrup and the butter, it's come back up again. Now what I want to do is I want to kind of candy these carrots. So what I want to do is I want to simmer them in this sweetened liquid with the butter until that liquid just almost cooks away, and it'll kind of candy these carrots. You know, the sweetening amount, you can use as much or as little as you like to taste. If you're one of those folks that loves candied sweet potatoes, you may want to add another half cup of white sugar to this, you know, and make it really, really sweet. If you're not, and if you prefer just a hint of sweetness, you know, you might want to back off a little bit. But you need a certain amount of the sugars in order to get the effect of it, of cooking them in the buttered sweetened liquid. And I think I'll add a little, just a sprinkle of salt. Just, you know, that little bit of salt in anything just kind of brings all those flavors together. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to turn the fire down just a little bit because I still want it to simmer. But without the lid on it, it's gonna need to be a little bit higher to make it simmer right. Okay, there it goes. Okay, now then, all right, and then we'll be back in a little. Okay, after about 20 minutes, you can see that these are starting to get that glossy look to them. They still have a ways to go. There's still lots of liquid in there, and so it'll probably take a good another 15 minutes or so for that to kind of cook down some more and thicken up. And we'll be all right after simmering for about 40 minutes. These are just right, and so now I'm going to turn them off and cover them and let them wait until the rest of the dinner's ready. They'll hold for a long time. All right, we'll be back and show you the final. And there you have it. There's our candied orange carrots, and I've got roasted onions because I had an oversupply of onions this year, and a little buttered rice and some roasted chicken breast. I hope that you all will enjoy this, and if you have liked this video, I hope you'll give us a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thanks a bunch.